Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe my TikTok page. I'm Teacher Nobi and thank you so much. With that, our objectives of the lesson. At the end of the lessons, you should be able to 1. State the rules in multiplying and dividing integers. 2. Find the product and quotient of integers. 3. Simplify expressions using the PEMDAS rule. And last one, solve real-life problems involving integers. Ito po yung kailangan nyo matutunan or pa-master this week. Okay, so are you ready? Okay. So with that, let's define. So kung mapapansin natin, di ba, ang rules for multiplication and division of integers are the same. Okay, so meaning to say, examples for multiplication, we have 3 times 4. The product of these two integers is 12, or that is a positive 12. And the rule used of this given example 1 is positive multiplied to positive. The product sign is always positive. Okay, so number 2, negative 3 multiplied to negative 4. The product of these integers is positive 12. And therefore, the rule is simply negative multiplied to negative. The product sign is always positive. Okay, observe natin, di ba? So with this given example 1 and 2, how are we going to state the rules for multiplication with the same sign? So meaning to say, okay, mamay babalikan natin yan. But this time, we are going to have example first for division. Okay, so 50 divided by 2, what is the quotient? That is positive 25. And take note, the rule of this is simply positive divided by positive. The quotient of this is positive. And if you are going to divide negative 50 divided by negative 2, what will be the quotient of this? That is also positive 25. Meaning to say the rule is simply negative divided by negative is also positive. Meaning to say with this given example for multiplication and division, we can say that the rule is simply if two integers being multiplied or divided by have the same signs, the sign of their product or quotient is always positive. So tatandaan lang natin, no, kapag nag-multiply or nag-divide ka na magkaparehas, ang sign nila either both positive or both negative, the sign of their product or quotient is always positive. So with this, okay, another is that example for multiplication, negative 7 times positive 3. Okay, kung mapapansin natin, di ba, magkaiba ang kanilang sign. Yung isa negative, yung isa ay positive. So therefore, the product of this is negative 21. So ano kaya ang rule na ginamit dyan? So meaning to say, negative multiplied to any positive integer, that is negative. Yun yung kanilang product sign. And if you are going to interchange the factors, di ba, pinagpalit natin. So positive 3 multiplied by negative 7, and of course, the product of this is simply negative 21. So meaning to say, same lang din yung rule natin, no? Any positive multiplied to any negative, the product sign is always negative. Okay, for division naman, let's have example, 24 divided by negative 4. And the quotient of these two integers is negative 6. So ano yung rule na ginamit dyan? Meaning to say, any positive divided by any negative, the quotient of these integers is always negative. Let's have example number 2. Negative 24 divided by 4 is equal to negative 6. As you can see that the numbers being subdivided is different. Okay, kaya nga siya always negative. So the rule is simply any negative divided by any positive, the quotient of these integers is always negative. So we can say, ano yung rule natin? Di ba? I-state natin that if two integers being multiplied or divide have different or magkaiba ang kanilang sign, the sign of their product or quotient is always negative. Ibig sabihin lamang yan kapag nag-multiply tayo or nag-divide ng magkaiba ang sign, so the product or quotient is always negative. Okay, so aside from that, no, meron tayong tinatawag na odd-even rules for multiplying integers. So ito ginagamit lang siya sa multiplication. Okay, so if the number of negative factors being multiplied is even, take note of the word, no? Ano ibig sabihin ng even? Okay, pag sinabi even, ito po yung number na divisible by 2. Okay, let's have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on and so forth. Meaning to say, kapag binilang natin yung negative factors or ito yung bilang ng negative doon sa given natin. Kapag ang bilang ng negative factors ay even, ang laging product sign nila is positive. Okay, so let's have example. Okay, number 1, negative 3 multiplied to negative 2 multiplied to positive 2. Okay, so ang una mong gagawin dyan, i-multiply mo muna ito, yung negative 3. But take note, di ba, ang titignan lang natin dyan yung negative. Okay, so ibig sabihin niya, ilan ba yung negative na nandito sa factors natin? Di ba? 1, 2. Okay, so meaning to say, the sign of their product now is positive. Tsaka mo ngayon i-multiply yung numerical value. Kaya nga, 3 times 2, di ba 6 yan? Okay, 6. Tapos i-multiply mo pa doon sa natira na 2. Okay, so meaning to say 6 times 2, that is equal to 12. Since the number of negative factors is even, dalawa kasi, di ba? 2, 4, 6, and so forth, even yan. Kaya positive yung kanilang sign ng product. Okay, next, number 2. What if you are going to get a product of negative 2 times negative 1 times negative 3 times negative 4? Ang una mong susuriin dyan, bilangin mo yung negative. Ito yung negative, 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 negative. Ilan yung negative natin? Di ba meron tayong 4 na negative? Tsaka mo tanungin sa sarili mo, ang 4 ba ay even? Yes, kasi divisible by 2 siya. Ibig sabihin, ang magiging product sign natin dyan ay positive. Kaya i-multiply mo ngayon to, di ba? 2 times 1, 2 yon. Di ba? Pag minultiply mo yan, 2. Then, 2 times 3, magiging 6 na siya. Kasi minultiply mo yung product neto na 2 doon sa 3. Okay, kaya magiging 6 na yan. Tapos 6 times 4, that is 24. Minultiply mo yung product na 6 doon sa 4, kaya 24. But since this is even factors or even negative factors yung bilang, kaya positive 24 yan. Okay, next. Number 2. Okay, this is rule naman kapag odd number. But take note, ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng odd factors? Okay, or odd. Pag odd naman, ito naman yung not divisible by 2. Ano-ano ba yon? We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on and so forth. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya pwedeng i-divide by 2. Okay, so ibig sabihin yan, if the number of negative factors being multiplied is odd, the sign of their product is negative. Okay, example natin, number 1, negative 2 times negative 3 times negative 4. Kung titignan natin, ilan ba yung merong negative? Bilangan natin 1, 2, 3. Tanungin natin ang sarili natin. Ang 3 ba ay odd or even? Di ba? Since 3 is not divisible by 2, therefore this is odd. Kaya nga siya, makikita natin ngayon na negative ang sign ng product natin. Kaya nga, you have to multiply 2 times 3, that is 6. Tapos 6 times 4, 24. Since odd ang bilang ng negative factors natin sa given, we can say that this is negative 4. Okay, next, number 2. What if you're going to get a product of negative 2 times negative 1 times negative 3 times 1, positive yun na, times negative 4 times negative 2. Ang una mong bibilangin dyan ilan ba yung negative na nandyan sa given natin? Or we call that negative factors. Bilangan natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tsaka mo tanongin sa sarili natin, no? Ang 5 ay odd or even? Ang 5, syempre hindi siya pwedeng hatiin sa dalawa, no? Or not divisible by 2. So therefore, this is odd, meaning to say the sign of their product now is negative. Tsaka mo i-multiply ngayon. 2 times 1, di ba 2 yon? Tapos 2 times 3, 6 yon. 6 times 1, 6 ulit. Then 6 times 4, 24. Then 24 times 2, 48. Okay, so lalagyan natin ng negative kasi nga 'di ba, add yung bilang ng negative factors natin or there are 5 negative. Okay, so with that, sa division naman or dividing integers, meron tayong tinatawag na the rules for dividing 0 by a non-zero. Pag sinabi natin non-zero, ito ay either positive or negative. Kaya nga siya non-zero number, and for division by 0 still holds. Okay, ito yung rule natin dyan. 0 divided by any non-zero number is always 0. Ibig sabihin yan, kapag may 0, dinivide mo siya sa either positive or negative, ang sagot po doon ay laging 0. Okay, example natin, we have number 1. 0 divided by 4, or 4 is any non-zero, no? Meaning this is positive. Kaya nga, that is 0. Or yung quotient is 0. Number 2, 2 minus 2 divided by negative 3, that is also 0. Bakit siya 0? Kasi pag sinimplify natin to, ang value ngayon nito ay 0. Kasi 2 minus 2, 0. 0 divided by negative is 0 pa rin. Okay. Next, dito naman meron tayong tinatawag na any non-zero number divided by 0. Ang sagot po natin dyan ay undefined. Ano yung undefined? Pag sinabi natin undefined, this is there is no possible value or walang solution or there is no possible answer. Okay, example natin, we have number 1, negative 3 divided by 0. Tandaan natin, di ba, 0 yung nasa denominator. Kapag 0 yung pinang-divide natin sa any non-zero number, that is always undefined kasi there is no value. Syntax error sa calculator yan. Okay, another. 5 divided by the quantity of negative 1 plus 0, that is also undefined. Bakit siya undefined? Di ba kapag sinimplify natin to, negative 1 plus 1, or you can say that 1 minus 1, 0. Kaya nga 0 yung pinang-divide natin. Kaya ang sagot pa rin natin dyan is undefined. There is no possible value or answer. Okay, let's have example number 1. Find the product of integers. I-apply na natin yung rules natin, di ba? Okay, ang una mo susuriin dyan, ano yung rule na i-apply ko? Yun yung skills na kailangan matutunan natin. Okay, papansinin natin, di ba, isang positive, isang negative. Therefore, if you are going to apply, this is different signs. Okay, remember, if you are going to multiply or divide with different signs, the product or quotient is always negative. Kaya nga, that is, the solution is negative 35. Di ba? Magkaiba sila ng sign. Okay, next, number 2. How about this? Find the product of integers negative 2 times 2 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times 0. Kung papansinin natin yan, di ba ito, pwede natin i-apply dyan yung add even. Di ba paano kung malalaman kung add even? Di ba ito ay, bibilangin natin yung negative 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, di ba since 4, meaning to say, this is even. Ibig sabihin yung product nitong 5 integers na ito ay positive. Okay. And then, di ba ito pag minultiply na natin na positive ang product, di ba? 2 times 2, 4 yon. Okay, 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 1 times 1, 8 pa rin yan. Ibig sabihin, ang simplify ngayon neto ay 8. Okay, so ayusin natin yung sulat. This is 8. Okay, since meron tayong natirang 0 dito, di ba? Yun yung factors natin. I-multiply natin yung sagot natin dyan. What is 8 times 0? Okay, that is our answer is equal to 0. Remember, Ito yung diniscuss natin kanina, di ba? Any number multiplied to 0 is 0. Ibig sabihin niyan, basta may isang 0 doon sa factor na kasama doon sa iba pang integers, understood the product of this integer is 0. Okay, next, number 3. Okay, so find the product of the integers negative 2 times 3 times negative 5 times negative 1. So kung papapansin natin, wala siyang kasamang zeros. So ibig sabihin, i-apply pa rin natin dyan yung odd-even rule. Okay, bilangin natin yung kanyang negative. Negative 1, 2, 3. Diba? 3. Ibig sabihin, odd yun, not divisible by 2. Ibig sabihin, ang magiging product sign of these integers is negative. Tsaka natin i-multiply. Diba? Ito. Isa-isahin natin. Pag minultiply ko to, what is negative 2 times 3? Yun yung ating magiging solution dyan, negative 6. And then, i-multiply mo ulit yung dalawa. What is negative 5 times negative 1? Diba? Ito ay, remember, the same sign. That is positive, 5. And then, tsaka mo i-multiply yung sagot natin doon sa bawat nakuha natin. What is negative 6 multiplying doon sa positive 5? Remember, this is different sign. So, always negative yung sign ng product. Kaya that is negative 30. Okay, so another, number 4. Find the quotient. Diba pag sabing quotient, division, divide. Of integers, 18 divided by negative 2 divided by negative 3. Kung mapapansin natin, di ba tatlong integers pero divide pa rin yung operation. Paano ko malalaman yung quotient or yung sagot natin? Okay, so isa-isahin natin. From here, you are going to divide first. From left to right tayo kasi pare-pares naman silang divide, no? Okay, so what is 18 divided by negative 2? Okay, so the answer is negative 9. Tsaka mo ngayon, i-bring down lang muna yung natira na negative 3. Okay, copy the operation, divide. And then, tsaka mo ngayon, i-divide yung natira na. Okay, what is negative 9 divided by negative 3? Take note, di ba, magkapareha sila na negative. Di ba, ang quotient ngayon ng dalawang integers is positive. What is negative 9 divided by negative 3? Kaya ang quotient nila ay positive 3. Okay, so another we have example number 5. So you are going to simplify, take note of this, diba? Negative multiply to negative 3 times 8 plus 25. Paano kung it involves 2 or more operations? Paano ko malalaman yung value? Ano yung uunahin ko? Okay, meron tayong tinatawag na order of operation. Or ito yung tinatawag natin PEMDAS, or ito yung pwedeng sabihin no, na please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Or ito yung binibigyan lamang siya ng acronym para mas madali matandaan. Which stands for P, parenthesis, exponent yung P, M yung multiplication, D for division, A for addition, S for subtraction. Ibig sabihin nito, ito yung order. Pag sinabi order, ito yung pagkakasunod ng pag-perform ng operation. Ibig sabihin, unahin muna si parenthesis kung merong parenthesis doon. Then after that, you have to perform first the exponent bago si multiply tsaka yung divide. Or next, we have to add or subtract. Okay, so pwede mag-interchange yung multiply or divide or addition or subtraction. Basta kailangan nakasunod natin yung PEMDAS. Okay, so we are going to answer this. So to solve this, diba, using the PEMDAS, meaning to say, our solution, diba, meron tayong parenthesis. Unahin muna natin yung ating parenthesis. Diba, merong parenthesis. Ito yung parenthesis. Take note, negative. Kapag walang number na nakalagay yung negative sign, understood in algebra, meron tayong tinatawag na 1. Or that is the numerical coefficient, no? Okay, so nakasimplified kasi siya. Okay, what is negative times negative 3? Or pwede kong basahin na negative 1 times negative 3. Kaya ang product neto ngayon ay positive 3. Remember, the same sign na sila sa multiplication. Always positive yung kanilang product. And then you have to bring down first. I-bring down muna natin yung 8 tsaka 25 and copy the operation. And then, paano ko malalaman ang susunod kong gagawin? Sundan natin yung PEMDAS. Exponent, meron ba siyang exponent? Wala. Okay, X natin. Meron ba siyang multiplication? Yes. So, ibig sabihin nito, unahin mo muna yung multiply bago ka mag-add. Okay, what is 3 times 8? Yun yung sagot natin. Tsaka mo ngayon i-bring down si 25. Okay, then tignan na ulit natin yung PEMDAS rule. Okay, since we are done with multiply, division. Okay, wala siyang divide, X natin. Meron ba siyang addition? Yes. Okay, then what is 24 plus 25? So yan ngayon yung ating simplified answer for this given operations. Okay, so meaning to say, since wala namang subtraction dyan, wala ka nang gagawin. So as is, 49 is the final answer with this given operations. Okay, next number 6. Simplify negative 9 times 8 divided by the quantity of negative 4 times negative 3. Okay, so lagi natin tatandaan kapag merong dalawa or mahigit pang operations na given sa ating expressions, always use the PEMDAS rule. Okay, so tignan natin, meron ba siyang parenthesis? Yes, meron siyang parenthesis. So, ito yung ating uunahin. Tsaka ito, yung nasa loob. Okay, then multiply natin. What is negative 9 times 8? That is negative 72. Remember, this is different sign sa multiplication. The sign of their product is always negative. And get the product of this. What is negative 4 times negative 3? Diba? This is the same sign. Diba? Ang rule natin doon, if you're going to multiply with the same sign, the product sign is always positive. Kaya nga, you have to put positive 12, then copy the operation between of them. That is divide. Then, we're done with the parenthesis. Exponent, wala naman siya exponent. Multiply. Okay, so tapos na tayo, di ba? May parenthesis doon sa loob. Okay, and then divide. Okay, next natin gagawin, divide na siya. What is negative 72 divided by 12? Okay, take note, this is different sign. Ano yung quotient sign natin dyan is always negative. And what is 72 divided by 12? I mean, what is negative 72 divided by 12? That is equal to negative 6 kasi magkaiba po sila ng sign. Okay, so always remember, use the PEMDAS and the sign rule. Okay, number 7. Simplify 90 divided by the quantity of 10 times 8 plus the quantity of 32 divided by 8. Okay, so lagi natin tatandaan, you do not perform this as straight. Ibig sabihin, hindi pwede idiretso natin sa calculator to. Mag-iiba po yung value. Okay, always remember the rule which is PEMDAS rule. Okay, our solution is simply sundan natin parenthesis. Di ba? Meron siyang parenthesis. Unahin natin to. Tsaka yun nandito. Okay. So what is 10 times 8? Di ba? Multiplication of this same sign. Since they are both positive, ang product sign nila is positive. Kaya 10 times 8, that is 80. Okay. Kinapin mo lang muna yung minus operation sa labas. Okay. And then what is 32 divided by 8? Okay, di ba? So, ibig sabihin yan, this same sign, they are both positive. Kaya nga, 32 divided by 8, that is 4. Then, kinapin mo lang muna yung operation na plus sa labas. And since wala naman tayong ginawa dito sa 90, i-bring down lang natin. Okay, and then, we're done with the multiplication. Since wala naman tayong exponent dyan, okay, so wala tayong gagawin. Division, we're done with that. Okay, so nag-divide tayo kanina doon sa loob ng parenthesis. Then addition, subtraction. Okay, kapag ang naiwan na lang na operation sa ating simplification or simplify, no, involved na lang dyan ang addition or subtraction, you can do the left to right. Okay, so what is 90 minus 80? Okay, so that is 10. And therefore, i-bring down natin yung 4. Tsaka mo ngayon i-simplify ito. What is 10 plus 4? Okay, that is 14. Yan ngayon yung final answer natin sa number 7 using the PEMDAS and the rules of the multiplication, division, together with the subtraction, and the addition of integers. Kumbaga pinagsama na natin yung apat na operation sa isang given lang. Kaya nga mahalagang malaman natin yung PEMDAS. Okay, so next, number 5, simplify negative 3 times the quantity of 3 plus 7 minus 4 raised to 2. 2 is the exponent, take note, divided by 2. Okay, so since maraming operation, no, I think there are 4. Okay, so use the PEMDAS rule. Okay, so our solution is simply, tignan natin parenthesis. Meron siyang parenthesis, ibig sabihin, simplify muna natin to. What is 3 plus 7? That is 10. Then, after that, you have to perform first the exponent. Meron ba siyang exponent? Yes, eto. So, what is 4 raised to 2? Okay, ang ibig sabihin ng 4 raised to 2, multiply mo yung base na 4 doon sa sarili niya, twice. Kaya 4 times 4, that is equal to 16. Copy mo yung minus na operation sa unahan niya. And then, meron ba tayong multiplication? Okay, so we're done. Okay, then division. Okay, mamaya tayo, no? Okay, so i-bring down lang muna natin yung ating natirang number, yung negative 3 tsaka 2. Okay, tsaka natin i-bring down din yung operation. Tsaka natin gagawin yung multiplication. So since meron tayong parenthesis, ang ibig sabihin ng parenthesis kasi, this is multiplication. Kaya nga, you have to multiply what is negative 3 times 10. Kaya that is negative 30. Remember, this is different signs sa multiplication. Always the sign product is negative. And then divide. Okay, di ba? Ito yung divide natin. What is 16 divided by 2? Okay, that is 8. Copy mo yung operation sa unahan niya. Okay, remember the sign is positive because this is both positive, magkaparehas. And then, natira na lang natin negative 30 minus 8. Okay, remember that is, you are going to apply the rule for the subtraction, di ba? Keep, change, change. Keep the minuend, ito yon. Okay, kinapi natin. Then, change the operation. Yung minus magiging plus or addition. Kumbaga, keep, change, change. If this is subtrahend positive, i-change natin yung sign niya. If this is positive, becomes negative. Tsaka natin i-apply yung addition of integer rule. Okay, since they are both negative, di ba ang rule natin dyan? Add the numerical value and copy the common sign. Kaya nga 30 plus 8, that is 40. Since they are both negative, copy the negative sign. Kaya nga ang answer natin or final answer is negative 40. Okay. So with that, let's do the problem solving number 1. John Brandon played golf at an amusement park. His scores on the five holes were negative 2, negative 1, positive 2, negative 3, and negative 1. So with that, what was his average scores for these holes? Okay, paano ko malalaman yung operation na i-apply ko dyan? Okay, i-analyze natin yung problem. Okay, so kung meron siyang 5 holes na score, eto yon. And the word average refers to division. Ibig sabihin niyan, paano ko mai-represent ngayon ang aking solution? Okay. Ibig sabihin kung meron kang 5 holes na score, you're going to use the addition. Dito, i-add natin yung 5 scores. And then, from that, you are going to divide by the number of scores. Okay, kaya nga ang solution natin dyan is negative 2 plus negative 1 plus positive 2. Erase lang natin to. Okay, plus positive 2 plus negative 3 plus negative 1 divided by 5. Kasi 5 lahat yung nandyan na score is equal to how many or what is the average. Okay, meaning to say, kapag sinimplify natin itong 5 score, pag inad natin to, that is negative 5. Okay, so negative 5 yun. Then bring down natin yung divide by 5. Okay, And therefore, what is negative 5 divided by 5? Kaya nga that is negative 1. Remember, this is different sign. Kapag nag-divide ka na magkaibang sign, that is negative, yung kanilang sign. Okay, so therefore, we can say the average of John Brandon for the first 5 holes is negative 1. Okay, next, number 2. John, Mark, and Nico started a business together. In the first month, they made loss of 42,510 pesos. Find the loss of each person if the loss is shared equally among them. Okay, we are going to analyze. The word loss refers to negative. Di ba? Negative yan. Nawala. Di ba? Kumbaga nawala. Nabawas. So ngayon, we are going to find the loss of each. Okay. So ibig sabihin yan, the word each, yung bawat isa sa kanila, hahanapin natin or we are going to find the amount of lost money from the given 42,510. Ibig sabihin, kung ang kanilang ambagan or nakaipon sila, no, nag-share kasi sila. Ang total amount ng na-share nila ay 42,510. Ang tanong dyan, ilan ngayon ang bawat isang na-share na pera dyan? Yun yung hahanapin natin. Okay, kaya nga that is equally, no? Ibig sabihin pare-pare sila ng na-share. Okay, with that, our solution is negative 42,510 divided by 3. Okay, saan ang galing yung 3? Kasi nga tatlo po sila, si John, Mark, and Nico. So with that, what is the value of that? Or what is the amount? That is negative 14,170. Ibig sabihin niyan, yan ngayon yung sagot natin. Each of them made a loss of 14,170 pesos. Okay, last one, number 3 problem. Jeremy has the following grades in mathematics for the 3 quarters. So ano yung nakuha niya? Meron tayong 71, 74, and 76. What will be the obtained grade in the 4th quarter to get the average of 75? Ibig sabihin yan, kung meron akong grade na 71, 74, 76, tapos wala pa yung grade niya sa 4th quarter. So ang sabi ng teacher niya, di ba, kung hindi ka makakakuha ng ganitong grade, na average sa final is you will be failed. Kailangan makakuha kasi siya ng 75 na average. So ano ngayon yung magiging grade dapat niya makuha sa 4th quarter para makapasa? Okay, so with that, we're going to find the grade sa 4th quarter. So meaning to say, if this is quarter 1, no, 71, 72, 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter, 76. Yung X dyan, i-represent natin yun na yun yung kanyang quarter grade sa 4th grading. Kasi hindi pa natin alam. Divided by 4, kasi 4 na quarter tayo meron. Okay, is equal to 75. Bakit 75? Kasi yun yung average. Di ba? Pag dinivide natin yung sum ng 4 na quarter grades, 75 dapat para makapasa siya. So, anong next na gagawin ko? I-add natin yung tatlong given grades. So, that is 71 plus 74 plus 76. That is 221. Copy mo lang si X. And also copy the divide by 4. Also, copy is equal to 75. So, with that, you are going to multiply. Etong 4 na to, i-cross-multiply mo dito. Or i-multiply mo dun sa 75. Kaya ang magiging equation natin ngayon dyan is 221 plus x is equal to 4 times 75. Eto, kinapi lang muna natin to. Yung 221 plus x, eto yon. Tapos, yung 4 na nasa denominator, kumbaga, minultiply mo siya or cross multiply. Okay, and then after that, you are going to simplify. Okay, ibig sabihin, minultiply natin what is 74, what is 75 times 4, kaya 300 yung value. Kinapi mo lang muna to, yung 221 plus x. Ito yung 300 galing po siya dito sa 4 times 75. Tsaka mo ngayon, ang next na gagawin, you are going to use the word transposition, or yun yung tinatawag natin na addition property of equality. So ibig sabihin yan, nilipat natin yung 2 to 1 sa kabila, kaya nag-reverse siya ng sign. That is negative or becomes minus. Remember, that is the additive inverse. Okay, so meaning to say, what is 300 minus 2 to 1? Yan ngayon yung magiging sagot natin doon sa grade na dapat makuha niya sa 4th grading para makapasa. Si Jeremy. So, ganun lamang no, para kung paano mag-calculate. So, with that, I hope you learned something about this video. And don't forget to subscribe at hit the bell. Okay, so thank you so much.